Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 12th Annual Ag Innovation Showcase, offered this year in virtual format. As the CEO of Lauder Institute for the past 26 years, this is a labor of love for us. Lauder itself is a mission-based organization dedicated to uncovering innovations that feed, fuel, and heal the world. We have worked closely with some 4,500 science-based entrepreneurs in the past 17 years alone, guiding them through the shoals of a dynamic marketplace to establish commercial relevance, relationships, revenue streams, and to get market ready. The Ag Showcase was conceived and developed in 2009 by Lauder in a partnership with the Danforth Plant Science Center in St. Louis, Missouri. Sam Fiorello, then the COO of the Danforth Center, was instrumental as a partner to host and help grow the event at their beautiful facilities in St. Louis. And through a 10-year period, we built a community event that has had a long reach. Lauder's ag practice was a major driver of the vision and programming. And when we moved to Minneapolis last year for the 11th edition, it was with the intention of repeating the same experience. And indeed, we did have a remarkable event, a 3-day event at the beautiful Guthrie Center Theater in downtown Minneapolis. However, in lockdown, we have needed to pivot, which all of us should and must as we confront a challenging time. Yet, as so many cultures recognize, in every adversity is a treasured opportunity. What we lose in the dynamism of an in-person event, we make up in the intimacy of close digital encounters. What we confront with Zoom fatigue, we recover in the flexibility to feed our internet attention deficit disorder. In the housekeeping section of my remarks, I will in fact point to the flexibility the platform provides you in being able to navigate through different things while you're in session or otherwise. For 11 years, the Ag Innovation Showcase has made a mark for itself in establishing a baseline for the concerns and issues which mark food and agriculture. And of course, this year, those concerns have been laid bare by the coronavirus crisis. In the course of the past 11 years, we have presented 212 startups and more mature companies. And this year, we are proud to host 40 more, including 6 Canadian companies in a special content session later today. In considering the call to action, which is the theme of today, we are in fact recognizing the challenges and opportunities that face food and agriculture. And while the term sustainability means many things to just as many people, we understand its implications. We must strive for climate resilience, to establish nutrient-dense food systems, and the health of farms and farmers. And we've organized the showcase by these 3 thematic areas. And each one of them has intrinsic components of the showcase format: conversations, innovative company presentations, featured spotlights, and we end every day, both days, with farmers and growers in conversation. Cutting across these thematic areas are inspiring stories of accomplishment and realization, of aspiration and a desire to create impact. And now to our thank yous for our sponsors and others. Thank you to our longtime sponsor, Canada, which this year has brought together Protein Industries Canada, Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada, and Global Affairs Canada, the Trade Commissioner Service. And thank you to Christina Connolly. Feel free to join their special content session at 2:35 p.m. to witness some innovative startups curated through their AgTech Accelerator program. Thank you also to returning sponsor OCP North America. Special thanks to our good friend Yassine Cherkaoui. OCP North America launched a challenge program powered by Lauder this year, and some of the presenting companies in that cohort are presenting today. including the winner of the OCP Challenge Prize. We will identify them when they are presenting. And also to ISCA, one of Lauda's longtime alumni companies, whose CEO will be speaking a little later. Thank you to our supporting partners, Agricultural Utilization Research Institute, AURI, American Made Challenges, Big Idea Ventures, Generator, Indigram Labs, and UCLA's Institute of the Environment and Sustainability. A special thank you to Michael Reed Dimmock and Roger Wasson, hosts of our wonderful Ideas Energized podcasts, focused on the issues around agriculture and food in the run-up to this year's showcase. And if you haven't checked out the podcast, by the way, they really are pretty compelling, and I would urge you all to do so. You can find them on the Ag Showcase homepage, www.agshowcase.com, or on ideasenergized.com. Ideasenergized.com. Of course, Ideas Energized is Lauda's tagline. Now, finally, some housekeeping notes. Keep in mind that this is a 2-day virtual event with a global audience. Attendees will be accessing the event from different time zones and possibly different vantage points in the agenda. Some will attend the sessions live, many will watch the recorded feeds. Please note that there is not a continuous feed of the event. This is a modular agenda, which means that each session exists on its own. You will not automatically be linked into the following session. Keep this in mind, as you will need to exit each session, then select the next session you wish to attend. All sessions will start at their scheduled times. Even if a previous session runs long, this will be the case. The advantage, of course, of the virtual platform is that we have the freedom to let a session run longer if needed without jeopardizing the agenda timeline. Attendees can simply jump onto the next session and catch up on anything they miss by watching the recorded feed of the session or sessions. So again, you don't have to worry about missing any sessions, since they are all being recorded. And you will have access to the session recordings during and after the showcase for 1 year after the event. But we do encourage you to continue the dialogue presented in our conversation sessions, or our spotlights, or our company presentation sessions, or our featured stories by utilizing the messaging tools available on the Pathable platform. There are multiple ways to engage in the conversations at the showcase. Obviously, within each session is the option to post in a session chat. You can also send messages and request meetings with any attendee by clicking on his or her profile. Go to people at the top of your bar, and then you can choose attendee. By clicking on public forums under the conversations tab at the top of the screen, you can access a feed of all public discussions happening across the platform, event platform, with the option to add your own comments as well. There is also a feature on the platform at the extreme right of the nav bar called Social Wall, where you can find the Ag Innovation Showcase live Twitter feed, as well as a guest book where you can leave your impressions and they will be presented as a word cloud. Please also join us in tweeting. The handles are at Ag Showcase and hashtag AIS2020. Again, welcome to the 12th Annual Ag Innovation Showcase. And let me introduce my friend and co-host from AURI, Dan Scogan, returning to the showcase for the second year in a row. Obviously, Dan, you really are in for some punishment, and you always have been. So thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate you, and thank you for your continued cooperation with us. Go ahead.
Thank you, Rohit, and I am so excited and grateful to be part of the 12th Annual Ag Innovation Showcase. The last 7 months have certainly been a challenge, but the issues we face in agriculture, in food safety, and food production, and farmer health have not taken a pause just because current circumstances are different. You and the Larda Institute staff should be congratulated for taking a bold step of not regurgitating the old themes that we've been wrangling with, But this year, you're making the call to action at the front of the program. And we'll be addressing many of what can be over the next 2 days. While you and I will be directing traffic virtually for the next 2 days, I want our watchers and listeners to get the most bang for their buck, ask questions, set up discussion rooms, visit the maps and the virtual exhibit areas. We will be moving quickly, but then you have designed this event to move quickly and accommodate everybody's needs as much as possible. We are just a few minutes ahead of schedule today, but we want to get to our keynote speaker. So I ask you now to click on the Jack Bobos keynote link. I'll be sending it back to Rohit for that introduction as we get our 12th annual Ag Innovation Showcase underway.
Thank you, Dan. And again, welcome to all of you from wherever you're calling in or from wherever you're joining us. We've got several countries represented here in terms of attendees, but also in terms of presenting companies. And we look forward to be able to welcome you in our other sessions as well. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.